So the RCIA does not enforce a person towards a baptism if they are not ready for it, okay? Our invitation has always been, come and see. Now, if you come and see and if you are not happy, you're not satisfied, it does not meet your needs, feel free to go. We do not judge them, we do not compel them, we do not do anything. It's a free choice. So the RCIA journey, by and large, is a very, very open system. For the candidates themselves, my contention is always, it must be ultimately based on their encounter with Christ. Because it is through the encounter with Christ that we recognize goodness, we recognize beauty, and we recognize truth out of those things. Those are the main values. Usually we do invite people who are struggling in their lives in terms of looking for something meaningful, or they are lost. If they are actually open, that's great. You know, they are actually very generous in allowing themselves to find things out. Now, the most difficult ones are those who have already made up their minds, or we can call them close-minded people. They will not look at anything. But people have been known to change, from my own experience, when they hit a crisis in life. Usually sometimes to do with their health, sometimes to do with the family matters, sometimes to do with their marriage. I've known people who have changed and be open to finding a deeper meaning in their life, meaning to actually look at the possibility of God and the divine. Yeah. Faith is not like interest in a subject. You know, faith is something we all have to reflect. You know, it's a process of what I call introspection. You know, you have to look inside. We have to look inside ourselves and ask, what is it that we want in life for a start? What is it that we are searching for, if indeed we are searching for something, or indeed we want something more than what we see in our material life? I would always recommend a good prayer life, not a good ritual life. A ritual life would be one that you come for Mass every day, you come, you know, it could be very ritualistic. A prayer life is an internal thing. It's an internal journey you go through. And that becomes also a discovery of your own self. Catholicism has always been viewed, at least either correctly or wrongly, as a system of rules and regulations, what we can and cannot do, and binding. The reality is, what we try to do is the clarification that we need to explain to the uninitiated why these rules are in place. These rules are actually guidelines, nothing more, because at the end of the day, these guidelines are to make each and every one of us a better person. You know, when we gear towards this goodness or betterness, you'll find these rules unnecessary at all. You'll find that it becomes part of you, because that's what we all ought to be. And these rules are actually to steer us towards this kind of orientation in life. So there's nothing unacceptable about those things, unless, of course, you choose not to be a better person, for which that's what the gospel is leading us to. Every facilitator in the team are expected to be examples, to live the gospels. We must be the mirror image of what we preach. So, and of course, how we program is to ensure that our curriculum, that is every week as we meet for classes, must be reflective of what is basically proclaimed in the Gospels. Essentially, being in ministry is to grow. You know, we are not there to be spare hands. We are not there to be, free labor. We are there to participate and grow. And the first course of action is to engage ourselves with the parish. whichever ministry that that you're happy and feel comfortable with. Yeah. Hopefully, we are able to bring more Catholics back into the fold as practicing, as more committed in our faith life. You see, it's all about community at the end. We are community, and we have to be practicing and seen practicing that way.